Some of the MC biker businesses have had major changes since the Money Fronts DLC, including how you can now make an extra 35% in payment from 2 of them, and of course the removal of the post-op delivery vans. And in this video, I'll go through everything you need to know, including selling, how much money you can actually make, the use of street dealers and the nightclub, and of course whether these are now worth doing at all. Before we get into it, don't forget to drop it a like and subscribe for the best GTA guides on the internet. There is a lot to get through, so without further ado, let's get to it. In order to get up and running, you first need to own an MC clubhouse. There are a total of 12 to choose from. Location is not majorly important, so if you like, you can just buy the cheapest starting at $200,000. You're now able to buy one of each of the 5 biker businesses. There's Document Forgery, Weed Farm, Counterfeit Cash Factory, Meth Lab, and the Coke Lockup. Each business will also need you to purchase the upgrades. The equipment upgrade will make better quality product for higher payouts. The staff upgrade will increase how fast the product is made, and the security reduces the likelihood of your business being raided. These are all very expensive when totaled up. The best way to run these is by always buying the supplies for $75,000, which will save you a bunch of time overdoing several sourcing missions. Or even better, go and raid a stash house first, where you have the opportunity to get one of them filled up with supplies for free. There are 2 options when selling each business, and that's to sell them in the county you are in, which will be easier and faster, or to sell them in the other county for a bigger payout. For the purpose of this video, all numbers will be based around the highest selling payouts, as these are the most rational ways to sell. This also means that the location of your business is of some importance, as generally speaking, you're better off having them in a city, so you're selling in Blaine County, which is much less populated with players, so a reduced chance to be griefed. There's also a difference in threshold rates for each business when it comes to how much product you can have before you may need 2 vehicles. For example, Coke is set to 1.5 bars, and weed is closer to just 1 bar of product. For this reason, I'll only concentrate the numbers on what it would be at full capacity for each business. You also have to be wary of getting each business raided if you have over a certain amount of stock, and you're registered as an MC. These raids often ruin your life experience, especially as they are easily the most common raids to get out of all the other businesses in the game. Let's first look at the Document Forgery. These locations range from $650,000 to just over $1.2 million. The total amount for upgrades is just over $1 million. This is easily the worst business to own in the entire game. Not only does it cost a lot to get going, but the effort for your payouts are simply appalling. That's all I will say on this matter. Don't buy it, it sucks. Next we have the Weed Farm. These range from $715,000 to just under $1.4 million. The total for all 3 upgrades will set you back almost $1.6 million. This business has now been boosted by a 35% increase when selling, but only if you purchase the Smoke on the Water business for $850,000. It will cost $150,000 in supplies to get maximum product, and will take 5.5 hours to produce. This can then be sold for a base payout of $425,000, or just under $640,000 with the maximum high demand bonus. This is a profit of almost $500,000. The Counterfeit Cash Factory ranges from $845,000 to $1.6 million. The total for all of the upgrades will cost another $1.6 million. This business can also be boosted by a further 35% increase if you purchase the hands-on car wash for $1 million. It will cost $150,000 in supplies to produce a full factory, which will turn into almost $500,000 of product and take 5.5 hours. If you get the maximum high demand bonus, this will be as much as $745,000, which gives you a profit per sale of almost $600,000. The lab price ranges from $910,000 to just over $1.7 million, and the upgrades will cost close to a further $2 million. This one will take 6 hours to produce the full lab, costing $165,000 for full supplies, and will sell for a base payout of just under $450,000. or $670,000 with the maximum high demand bonus, leaving you with a profit of just over $500,000. And the Coke lockup will range from $975,000 to almost $1.9 million, and the upgrades will cost a total of almost $9 million. It will cost just over $887,000 to pay for the supplies, and will take 5 hours to fill up. This will then have a base selling price of $525,000, which equates to $788,000 with a maximum high demand bonus, and a $600,000 profit. All those numbers sound good on the surface, but you must remember that all of these have the potential to have up to 4 selling vehicles when moving the stock. These could be 4 motorcycles, or 3 seaplanes, 3 helicopters, 3 boats, or 3 trash trucks.
Get it to the buyer, and you're done.
However, all businesses, bar the document forgery, can also have just 1 vehicle even with full product, but this is totally reliant on your RNG. But there is a way to make money without ever selling a single thing, and one of those ways is by making use of the street dealers. There are 3 dealers who will spawn in each real-life day that you can sell weed, meth and coke to. The base prices are shown here, but each day some of them will pay double the usual price. The problem is they don't pay anywhere near enough to warrant doing this regularly, but you can use them to reduce the amount of stock in your business, so you'll guarantee a solo vehicle sale, like when producing 1 batch of supplies at your Coke lockup, then selling 1 packet of Coke, which will bring it down to 1.5 bars of product. Or a smart thing to do would be to sell off any stock over a few days or so when you find a dealer paying double money for it. Another way is by simply owning a Coke lockup, meth lab and counterfeit cash factory, so you can make use of the nightclub's ability to generate stock in its warehouse. I've made an updated nightclub guide for 2025, so do check that out for a more detailed explanation. You can also now use them to help generate passive income in your hands-on car wash. Owning all 5 businesses will bring in a further $6,000 every 48 minutes. This doesn't sound like much, but as long-term investments and basically making money simply by owning them ends up being money well spent. If you only use them for this reason, you can just buy the cheapest option of each business, and you don't even have to spend money on the upgrades. So are the MC biker businesses worth running as originally intended? No. Even with the post-op vans gone, these are still a real grind to take care of, considering the many other boring vehicles and selling missions you can still get. Compare this with something like the Acid Lab, where it's always just 1 bike, the selling missions are much easier, you're getting over $500,000 each time, and without the fear of ever being raided. So what are your thoughts on the MC businesses? Let me know in the comments.